Greetings, everyone. This is Richard Solomon taking care of business. I think I have one of the coolest jobs in radio because not only do I get to meet all kinds of newsmakers and famous people, I get to meet the soon-to-be famous people. So I get them early and then, before they're hard to get. So I actually have some of those people in the studio today. So with me is Sam Tesch and Samantha Daniels. So thank you both for being in studio. They are the main people in a great new song called Simply Amazing. The song is Simply Amazing. They, in my opinion, are simply amazing. And before we kind of get into the whole music, let's just kind of get to know them a little bit. So Sam, welcome, and tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a student at Herrick's High School?
Yep, I'm a student at Herrick's High School, and I'm in 10th grade, and I'm living in Roswell, New York with my parents and my brother Noah. And I guess I'm having a great time in high school right now.
All right, cool. Now, you love music and you love singing. When did how did that all start?
When I was about 4 or 5, I just started singing, and I just stuck with it, and I really had a passion for it, and I just kept going.
All right. Now, what kind of music do you like to listen to?
I like country music a little bit, and I like Michael Bublé and the Frank Sinatra standards.
Now, so Michael is Canadian.
Yeah, Michael's Canadian.
All right, because I actually looked up, in pre-production research, not only do I have Pete, the great engineer here, but I actually had Wikipedia. And let me tell you, Wikipedia knows everything. Yeah. So I learned that Michael is a Canadian singer. I don't really know much about him. What could you tell me? See, I'm behind the times. I'm an old guy.
Yeah. Well, Michael Bublé, I don't really know that much about him. I just know that he has a great voice and he's a great performer, but I know he's Canadian. That's pretty much it.
All right, that's cool. Yeah. All right, so Samantha, tell us about yourself.
I also go to Herrick's High School.
So are you guys classmates?
I'm a year ahead of him.
Aha, okay. And so you're in 11th grade?
Yes.
All right. Are you also a singer?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. And where did your singing career start? Were you also a little person?
Yes, I was a very tiny Tim back then. I guess it started when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
I remember I was at the Herrick Summer Rec program, and then I sang there, and then that's when it started.
Okay. Now, does Herrick's have like a singing program that you both are involved in?
They have like a music program. They have orchestra, band, and chorus, like mixed chorus, and they have they have different choirs for men and women, and then they have chamber choir. You have to audition for that, and they also have some music competitions.
So like American Idol kind of thing?
Yeah, but it's called Herrick's Idol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you guys, do you like secretly watch all of those things like The Voice and American Idol?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Now, it's kind of interesting. I'm an attorney by trade, and I can't stand watching law shows because I watch these things and people go, objection, and the judge says sustain. I go, you're kidding me, right? You're kidding. So do you watch other singers and kind of go, oh my God, or it was off key? Because you know this stuff. Do you watch it differently than maybe, people who are like myself who only sing in the shower and poorly at best, It's okay to laugh. It's a fun show. It's all about fun. It's all about fun. Believe me. Other shows are serious, but we're not up there yet.
Yeah.
We're not looking for the Pulitzer Prize or an Emmy. So, but there's a picture of me with an Emmy award, but it's just a fake. I was a judge once.
Yeah.
So what do you like to watch as far as singing shows and competitions, and what do you like about all that stuff? Tell me, Sam.
Well, this summer, I actually watched Rising Star with my dad and my brother, and we saw the finals. We were actually on vacation in the Caribbean, and this guy named Jesse Kinch won. He's got a great voice, and they have the judges are Ludacris, Kesha, and Brad Paisley, and it's just a great show. But I'm not really a fan of him. I don't really watch America's Got Talent or those kinds of things. I'm more interested in The Voice and The Rising Star.
All right. So, and Samantha, what do you like to secretly watch when nobody's looking, and guilty pleasure?
I like watching the British version of The Voice.
Oh, okay. Now, do the Brits have like a different style of singing, or? Because they brought us the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who.
They
You know,
definitely have a different style.
the Kinks, the Animals. I mean, that's really major stuff.
Jake Bugg is definitely really popular in Britain right now.
Right.
He's like a young rock star.
All right, cool. All right, so you guys were both involved in a music video called Simply Amazing. All right, and that was filmed right here in Long Island, right?
Yep.
All right,
Right here in Long
so
Island.
let's hear it, because I was actually at a client earlier today, and they had a big thing, made in Brooklyn, and that was kind of cool. So it was like made in Long Island. so tell us a little. So who wrote the song?
Pili Bianchi actually wrote the song, and it's a client of ours, and I just liked the song, and it just sounded great, and I just really had a passion for the song.
All right, great. And sorry, did you have any idea that it would all become this like great song, great video, and all that other cool stuff? Or
Well, I had the thought in mind, but I never knew that it would become such a big hit. The views have been slowly going up, and each time it just makes my day.
All right. So you actually have a YouTube video out there, right? That's where you could actually watch this on YouTube.
Yeah, you could.
All right. So I'm going to tell the people out there who are listening. All right, if you're in your cars, keep driving. But if you're not in your car and you got a pen here nearby, then write down, on YouTube, do on the little search thing, look for Simply Amazing, and then see what you get. You should get the song, and you'll know it because you'll see this like good-looking young couple in the song, and not only that, but there's a spiffy guy in a convertible, with the hair blowing, his hair blowing in the wind. It just looks really stellar. So, now we have a little bit of time, so let's do this. Why don't we actually play the song so that people know what we're talking about? So, if I could ask my engineer to play the song, let's play Simply Amazing. So, this is Taking Care of Business, Richard Solomon, and the song is Simply Amazing.
Clear to me, I'm walking around like I don't have a clue. But someone explain to me why nothing is touching me. I'm wondering what in the world I should do. I wanna know how to let go. I wanna feel somehow. Then I see in my mind, how could I be so blind? Baby, I've been a fool. You're simply amazing. With one breath you came into my life, and now I know it's here that I belong. Forever's in your arms. Who knew? Without even searching for the love I found is you. Standing right next to me, we're flow growing naturally. I wasn't expecting to feel this way. Then I look in your eyes and see how beautiful life can be. How could I miss what was here yesterday? And now I know how to let go. And now I feel the power with you in my life. Dreams realized, baby, you're all I need. You're simply amazing. With one breath you came into my life, and now I know it's here that I belong. Forever's in your arms. Who knew? Without even searching for the love I found is you. dreams realized. Baby, you're all I need. You're simply amazing. With one breath you came into my life, and now I know it's here that I belong. Forever's in your arms. Who knew? Without even searching for the love I found is you. You're simply amazing. With one breath you came into my life, and now I know it's here that I belong. Forever's in your arms. Who knew? Without even searching for the love I found is you. You're simply amazing. With one breath you came into my life.
Wasn't that cool? This is Richard Solomon, Taking Care of Business, tcbradio.com. That song is simply amazing, and the people who are performing in it are before me in the studio, Sam Tesch, Samantha Daniels. Now, when you don't have Wikipedia, the next best thing is the station crystal ball. And I took it out of storage, and I'm just seeing, like, I don't know, wedding song. I don't know, just, you know. If you want to find out more about the song, and Sam, Sam Tesch, SAMTESCH.com. So, but let's go back to our guest. What was it like to, was there a difference between creating the song and creating the video?
Kind of. Like, in the studio, like, when I recorded, like, just for the vocals with the karaoke track, you know, it just felt kind of different because, you know, like, in the video, you know, you're in so many different settings, and, you know, in the studio, you know, it doesn't take as long, but the video, it's, you know, filming is a very long process. Yeah.
So how long did it take to film the video?
Well, the beach scene was done on the first day, then
So there was the beach scene, there was the living room scene.
Yeah, the living room scene, the backyard scene, and there was a scene where I was just singing in the studio, you know, just chilling out, you know.
Okay, so about a week or so?
No, just about 3 days, 2.5 days.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just over a little. Well, you know, we did it on the weekend, and then we just did it on a Friday, and then that was pretty much it.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you see what's called the rough cuts? You know, when the raw footage before it was all edited all together?
Yeah, kind of. One of the producers sent us that.
All right, cool. So let me ask you a couple of questions. Who were all the different people? You don't have to give me like specific names, but you had I'm sure there was like a director, a producer, sound people, lighting people. Tell me all about some of the little behind the scenes. You know, what was it like?
Like during the video or like making the video?
Making the video, absolutely. When you first started, did someone sit down and kind of tell you how it was gonna? Did they like tell you, you know, how many different scenes there were and how many different takes you had to do? I've never done one of these, so I'm kind of curious.
To be honest with you, it was just like, it was like a lot of spontaneity, you know, because you know, like if something didn't look good, you know, we just had to do it again. But
Right.
like it wasn't like there wasn't really like a set program. It was just kind of like we were just like very chilled out and laid back about it, you know.
All right, cool.
Which made the video like a lot more fun than, you know, like very prompt times and stuff. Just, you know, laid back, you know.
All right, that's cool. So you look like Samantha. You want to say something? What was it like for you being in the video?
It was really fun.
All right, was it glamorous? You know, all the hair and makeup.
Yes,
all that cool
there
stuff?
was definitely a lot of makeup scenes.
Were you pampered? You know, did you get like a little, you know, those little chairs, you know, that they give to the famous people?
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah, the chair that I'm sitting in came from IKEA, so you know.
Close enough.
That's cool. So what was it like for you being in the video? Was it surprising? Was it what you expected? Did it come out differently than the way you know, things always look different than the way they are watched. When you watched it, what did you see that felt either the same or different from the experience of filming?
I mean, when you're acting in front of a camera, it's different because you're acting, and it's like you're just doing everything in front of the camera, but it's like when you view it, it's like, oh God, it's me on the and then it's like, oh, dude, I really look that way.
Oh, you guys look great. Are you kidding? You guys are like really cute. You know, you look great.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's cool. Look,
Yeah.
many of the people in famous movies are friends and stuff like that. Oh, speaking of friends, I think we have to take a friendly, quick break. So we'll be right back. This is Richard Solomon, taking care of business. We'll be back right after this.
What I really need.
Welcome back. This is Richard Solomon. The show is Taking Care of Business, tcbradio.com. Our email is tcbradiowcwp@yahoo.com. If you are catching us on YouTube, we actually have a lot of people listening on YouTube. So for those out there, go to youtube.com/user/TCB Radio WCWP. Of course, the key search term is TCB Radio WCWP for Taking Care of Business. If you'd like to ever contact a guest and you don't know who to call or contact, you can call us at the station, 516-299-2683, or send us an email and we'll hook you up. And today's very special guests are two real up-and-coming superstars. And I know that sometime in the future, when you're listening to this, when it was in the past, you're going to say, oh, wow, this was like the first big time. This is like the early Beatles tapes, like that. All right, so this is Sam Tesch and Samantha Daniels, and they're local Long Islanders, and they're really cool people to know. And if you missed it, go back to the beginning of this, and you'll listen to Simply Amazing, which is a really cool song. It's up on YouTube. It's up on Sam's website, Sam Tesch, TESCH.com, and it's on this show as well. So, all right. So let's kind of do the getting to know you, because let's imagine I'm People Magazine. So, Sam, let's talk about your musical background, because now that you're going to be a Grammy artist, we need to know these things. All right. So talk about, your music studies, your love of music. What do you like? Do you play any instruments?
Well, I've been singing since 4 or 5, and I played the piano and the saxophone since I was about 2 or 3. And the saxophone since I was maybe 7 or 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, which one? What do you like about what each one, and how are they sort of different? When I always think of saxophones, I always think of certain bands like Southside Johnny, but I'm dating myself, and Pink Floyd. What kinds of songs do you like to have the saxophone in, and what kind of songs? I remember you said that you like country music, for example.
Well, I don't think the saxophone should be played in that. I mean, I think the saxophone...
That could be edgy, though.
Well, yeah, edgy, yeah.
Could be edgy, could be different.
I think maybe for true jazz music, like Duke Ellington, that kind of stuff. Just like the good old standards from the 30s and 40s,
Well, I'll give you a little trivia. My mother worked for New York Jazz and Philharmonic, and actually knew Ella Fitzgerald and all those people. In fact,
wow.
Was the person who handed them their checks,
wow.
Which was really, really cool. So one day I have to get Mom on the radio. Hey, Mom, we got to get you in here. And what's interesting is on our YouTube channel, we have the people from Metropolitan Records, it's a jazz label. We actually have a show that's already archived, and then we're having a show that's coming up. And they actually have some really, really cool stuff. So we'll talk about that. So what else about music? What do you like when you're at home and you're listening to music? Who do you like on the radio, for example, other than the people we've already talked about, like like either genres or artists or
Well, I mean, I like classical music, and I like the adult contemporary music like Michael Bublé.
Right.
And some Josh Groban once in a while, and also maybe a little light rock, once in a while, like the Beatles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, we had a show on the Beatles. We actually interviewed the Beatles historian. I was very young when the Beatles were out. So where did you get your Beatles influence from? Was it from your dad or mom or something like that, or?
No, not really. I mean, like, I just hear them on the radio sometimes, and, you know, like, I like the song Good Day Sunshine and Hey Jude, because I actually at a fundraiser, I heard somebody singing it, and I just liked the tune.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's talk to Samantha. Do you play any instruments?
I don't, but I use a program called Garageband.
Oh, you're an Apple person.
I'm an Apple nader.
Okay, well, there's a place right down the street for that. So for those who don't know the inside joke, because you may be listening in Anquilla or Antigua, we're on Northern Boulevard, and right down the road from us is an Apple store that's packed all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just, you need to elbow your way into a table just to play with something. Okay, but obviously your voice is an instrument. So, do you do what kind of different musical endeavors do you participate in? Do you do choirs and band things and whatever at school and other things after school?
I songwrite, so I record at Five Towns College.
Oh, I know Five Towns College because my friend is the provost there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Dave Cohn. Hey, Dave. I know some people. I've been around for a while. So you recorded Five Towns College?
Uh-huh.
All right. Do you have an interest in maybe going into a career in music at some point?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah? Oh, there we go. We just hit a note there. Do you want to go in as a performer, as an engineer, a little bit of both, a songwriter?
Performer and a songwriter.
All right. So you're a songwriter. Did you help co-produce and co-write the song?
No, I did not.
You should have said yes, and we would just, it would be the truth.
Let's go along with that.
Yeah. All right. What kinds of songs do you like to write?
I'm an alternative pop artist, so I write alternative pop music.
Okay. Oh wow. We'll have you come back, and we'll bring some of your GarageBand stuff, and then we'll play it. How's that? We'll do that in the future.
That sounds awesome.
All right. Cool. So then you can tell all your friends, hey, I was on the radio. What about you? So I guess for all the people out there at Herrick's High School who are listening, we'll give a big shout out because your classmates are here. They're doing a great job, and they got a lot of great talent, and a lot of great energy. So let's go back to I've never really been a big Apple user. I mean, you can't avoid it in the radio business, but does it really help you create music using GarageBand?
Oh my God, yes. It's such a big help.
All right. So do you do the music and the lyrics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where do you get your inspirations from to write some of your songs?
I mean, I call it writing improv in a sense, because improv and acting, it's like it just comes to you immediately because you're always on the spot. So it's like, pink balloons. I'm going to write a song about pink balloons. So
could you give me a couple of the titles of the songs that you've produced in GarageBand?
Losing My Mind, Fiery Red, and Complicated.
Oh, there you go. All right, cool. And are there any themes to these songs? Are they love songs? Are they,
One, I guess you could say, is a love song, but I wrote that because it's something everybody can relate to. The second one, Fiery Red, it's about two friendships and how one person acted like a jerk and then they came around and became nice again.
Oh, a song of redemption.
It's Taylor Swift.
And what else?
And then the third song is basically about how complicated the world is.
That it is. You're actually very sophisticated to know that at such a young age.
Thank you.
So there you go. Do you hope to produce either an album at some point or a CD?
I hope to.
Okay. Are these songs the beginning of an album?
Well, I hope it does become an album.
All right, cool. Do you actually take any classes at Five Towns College?
Yes. Currently, I'm taking a songwriting course with Mel Glazer.
Oh wow! Tell me about that.
He's helping you tighten your songwriting skills. He's really talented. He's really, like, he's just an amazing teacher all around.
Right. Now, do you write any poetry?
I do.
Because I can see that being related somehow. I'm
the in-the-closet poet.
Okay. Well, Jim Morrison from The Doors was a great poet, and, you know, they became all famous. I'm a crummy poet. I don't know. I could write, but I can't do songs. You know, it's funny. Is it just something that, like, I know how to write and I can speak really, really well, but I can't write music and I can't write poems. Is that just something? Do you feel that that's just something that's in your bones that just comes out of you?
It just, I guess it does, but when you write music, it really has to come from your emotions. It's just something you feel.
All right. So Sam, when you sing, where does the emotion come from? Because I certainly felt a lot of emotion in Simply Amazing. Was it just just felt it on the inside?
No, I mean, I think, like, in my opinion, I think it really just depends on the song. Like, if you don't like the song, that passion for the song doesn't come out. You know, like, your likeness for the song really doesn't come out. But if you really have a passion for the song, you just get into it. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So shifting now a little bit away from music to your quote regular life,
Yeah.
So let's go to Sam here. What else do you do besides music?
Well, I mean, in school, it's a lot of work during the week, so usually I just have a schedule. I do some music lessons during the week, and I study also a lot during the week. On the weekends, I'm in a league. I bowl, and I enter some tournaments from time to time. And I love basketball, and I love to watch football on television. And I'm also a big Mets fan.
Is that disappointing?
They stink. Yeah.
Wait, here I see the peanut gallery. You're not going to talk about the Jets, are you?
No.
They just signed a player.
Oh, okay. All right. For those out there who are listening, sometimes it's tough to be a New York sports fan because it's not exactly like we have parades every month for winning trophies and Super Bowls and World Series here. By the way, you like bowling.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from? That's not exactly the most. My wife bought for me as a present a bowling ball and stuff like that.
Cool.
And it was kind of cool. It really was. No, because I actually like bowling, but it's not. You don't see a lot of people bowling these days. In fact, you must bowl at Herrick's Lanes.
Yeah, Herrick Lanes.
I've been there a pile of times. It's
Nice.
actually
it's a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, I sometimes go to Whitestone Lanes because they're open 24 hours. Because
Wow.
only maniacs like me can get off of work at midnight and need a place that's open. Samantha, you a bowler? You don't have to be.
When I hang out with my friends, I am.
Oh, cool. I'm lucky if I get miniature golfing. So what else do you like? Do you collect anything? Stamps, coins, anything like that?
Yeah, not really. On my own time, I also like some television shows. Family Guy, American Dad.
I love Family Guy.
Yeah, that's a great show.
And I love American Dad.
Yeah.
Good morning, USA.
Yeah.
You ever sing along?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, in the shower.
You ever think of writing a theme song or trying to be a songwriter for something like the entertainment industry?
Well, actually, me and my friend Kyle, I've known him for over 10 years now, and him and I are actually gonna my dad got a mic, and we're gonna just try and do a American Dad Family Guy skit. We're just gonna try and make something up and see if it'll be good.
Well, I'm a big fan of Stewie.
Yeah.
And Brian the dog. I love
Brian the dog.
That's it's great edgy humor. Are you actually going to do the video to go with that?
I don't know about a video. Maybe just like...
Or the animation, rather. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that. I mean, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be doing it yet, but I mean, I think, it's just something to think about, and, maybe if I, have some free time, why not give it a shot,
Something tells me you don't have a lot of free time on your hands.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, what do you like to read?
Well, right now in English, we're actually reading To Kill a Mockingbird. It's a great book.
A great movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's a great movie.
When I was your age, I used to watch the movies of the books, so I didn't have to read. But that's just a trade secret. So, kids out there, don't do what I did. Actually, read the book. But I did live on Cliff Notes too. All right. And Samantha, do you like to read?
I do.
Do you get any of your inspiration from literature?
No.
You don't have to. It's these aren't made. Remember, this is not like there's like a right or wrong answer. But what do you like to read for fun?
So there's this book series called Shiver by Maggie Stafetar.
Right.
It's a really good trilogy. It's something that you could really get yourself into, and there is some poetic stuff in it too, besides it being an action fantasy trilogy.
And what's the theme? What's the overall idea of the book?
So there's a boy, he falls in love with a girl, and he's a werewolf. It's not like Twilight, but anyways, the girl wants to eventually get the boy to stay human forever, so they're on a quest to help the boy stay human, and then there's this whole trilogy on it.
Oh, cool. Now, when you read these kinds of things, does that give you any kind of ideas for songs?
No, but movies actually.
Oh, okay. So, what kind of movies inspired you to write something?
I mean, it depends on the genre. I guess a lot of romantic comedies. Yeah, a lot of romantic comedies.
Now, could you see yourself writing music for movies or TV shows?
Possibly.
Yeah?
That would be a fun job.
That's cool.
Yeah, really fun.
So what else do you do for fun?
I hang out with my friends. I read.
Right. Do you guys all have cell phones and text each other all day?
I'm a phone addict, so I'm on my phone every day.
It was funny. When I was your age, we didn't have that. We had ponies. It was a little different. I guess you're going to graduate, Samantha, you're going to graduate from Herrick's next year.
2016.
2016, wow. So it's, I guess, 2 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where you may want to go 2 years hence?
I mean, I'm still looking. I definitely want to go to a music school.
Right.
That's something I want to do in the future as a career. So Berkeley is a possible option. I'm still looking, though.
Okay. Now, Sam, I guess you're going to graduate in 2017.
Yeah, I got a little less than 3 years.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to pursue a music career yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
You have an incredible voice, I have to tell you. When you listen to the song, it really just it's deep, it's rich. I don't know how to explain it because I'm not a musician or really understand much about music. But where do you see yourself in sort of the music? I mean, after the break, I'm going to ask you some about your public performances. By the way, you can catch Sam's public performances. He's got a little schedule at samtesch.com. But quick little shameless plug, because that's what we do here. What would you like to see yourself doing? Maybe in sort of next couple of years before you get to go to college, as far as the music industry.
Probably just getting make maybe 1 or 2 more music videos, or a few more music videos, and definitely do some more community service. Giving back to the community. I think it's really important, and I think I want to see myself maybe trying to get more exposure, and try and get the views up on YouTube.
All right, well, hopefully this radio show will do that. This is Richard Solomon. You're listening to Taking Care of Business, tcbradio.com. Need to take a quick break. Keep it locked right here. We'll see you on the side of the break.
What I really need.
Welcome back. This is Richard Solomon. The show is Taking Care of Business. My very special guests are young and aspiring musicians. and singers who many years from now are going to be like Grammy, Emmy people, and this show will be dug up to see what they said a long in the past when they were, it's sort of like, baseball rookie cards, like that. All right. We have Sam Tesch. So, Sam, again, many, many thanks for being here on the show.
Yeah, no
Samantha
problem.
Daniels, thank you also for taking time out to be with us today. All right. So, by the way, if you have just joined us, they're both the featured artists in a song called Simply Amazing. It's on YouTube. They have all kinds of stuff in the pipeline and whatever. So I'm going to ask them now a little bit about the pipeline. So I guess you are all now creatures of social media. I guess everybody's nodding because, you're nobody without social media. Even I know that. All right, so Samantha, you first. What social media are you on?
I have an Instagram, and I have a Twitter, and I just got a Facebook.
Okay, so if you're on Twitter, are you at Samantha Daniels?
No, Happy Cupcakey with like 4 E's.
Okay, Happy Cupcakey. All right, that's. I used to be Happy Cookie, but it didn't work out too well. Now, so we'll go to you, Sam, in a second. But what other social media do you have going? Something about Music X-Ray?
Yes.
What is Music X-Ray?
It's a site for musicians to share their material to top-notch people in the industry. And
See, that's why I don't know this. I'm not top-notch. But wait, so right,
and it's also a platform to get fans and just an opportunity to be around in the industry.
all right. So for people like myself who are clueless, what website do they go to first? MusicXray.com?
Yes.
And then what do they do when they get there?
I mean,
To find you.
they just type in my name, Samantha Daniels, or my single, Losing My Mind.
Okay, cool. Now, Sam, you're a total social media guy because you have a whole website and
Yeah.
YouTube video and
Yeah.
what else do you have as part of your portfolio of social media?
I have a Facebook. The name is just Sam Tesch, and Instagram. I think it's Sam the Jazzman or something like that. Yeah, I gotta remind myself. But and then I also have a Twitter
And what's your Twitter handle, or what's your twiddle?
at Sam Tesch.
There you go. That was an easy one. You're not
Yeah.
you weren't like a cupcakey or something like that, right?
No.
Well, cupcakey with 7 E's is open.
4 E's, actually.
I'm actually going to go check that out. I'll look you up because I think I'm at TCB Radio or something like that.
My profile is literally an egg.
Is that right? All right, cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit about public performances. All right, I saw on your website, speaking of social media, that you were at Madison Square Garden.
Yes, I was.
Wow, that is the most famous arena in the world, and I guess you've joined people like Billy Joel, who
guess
performed
so,
there. Tell me about Madison Square Garden. That's got to have been some experience.
Yeah, it was definitely a great experience. I sang there twice in August. I can't remember the exact dates, but I remember
Dates
one
aren't
of them was-
important, but
Yeah. So I sang there at the beginning of August, and it was a great experience. We got to see the bottom, the floor of the garden. They had some spectacular restaurants down there. Really fancy places, and I actually got to step on the court, and
Wow.
you saw the people get the the players warming up, and they were really good, really good.
was this basketball or hockey?
Women's basketball,
Women's basketball. All right, what-
WNBA.
New York
Yeah.
Liberty or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How is this? I've heard from people that the Garden has an incredible sound system.
Oh yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that your experience?
Yeah, the Garden has an amazing sound system. Yeah.
Did you do a sound check before in the afternoon or something like that?
Yeah, about a few hours before the game started, we did a sound check, and it sounded amazing.
Wow.
It was really great.
What was it like to perform in such a large arena? Were you a little nervous or?
Well, yeah, the first time, anybody performs in a big arena, the Garden or anywhere, they get nervous. I was kind of really nervous at first, but then, after about a few seconds into the song, I just I got lost in the song, and I just sang it through with a lot of passion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, by any chance, is your performance at the Madison Square Garden Arena on YouTube or anywhere that people could watch it?
Yeah, you can find that on YouTube and Facebook. YouTube, just type in Sam Tesch, and you'll see a picture of me. And you just click on the blue link below, and you'll see all my performances and videos.
All right, cool. So, if I were to go on to that site, what would I? Where were your? Which performances do you have posted? Like which locations?
Well, actually, I was in a few talent shows. Reach for the Stars, Huntington's Got Talent, and WMHO, which is out in Smithtown, Sunnybrook area. And
Is that like radio competition for us? No. We had no competitors. No,
Yeah.
keep going. Just don't let the jokes fool you, or break your rhythm.
yeah, so yeah. Also, some performances I deal with this guy named Steve Vaccaro. He gets a lot of community service performances from me. And actually, I'm going to be singing at Magic Bagels at Valley Stream 2 to 4 on November 22nd. It's a Saturday afternoon gig. And hopefully you guys could come down. They're going to be having a canned food drive. Like you can make someone's day, by giving some canned food for the holidays. And, and enjoy a bagel and come down and hear some entertainment.
All good stuff. And you know what? On behalf of the people out there, I appreciate your community service. It's actually nice to see young people going out and volunteering and doing things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really important.
Yeah.
Let me just switch over because these shows go very, very quickly. A lot of times I look back and I go, wow, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. I don't know how I stuffed it all in, and there's still more to talk about. Samantha, let's talk a little bit about some of public performances on your end of the spectrum.
I have performed at the Billy Shepherd and Judy Jordan showcase in New York City. Let's see. That theater in Eisenhower Park.
Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Harry Chapin Theater, I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
it
very
is.
good. Yeah, you got a great memory there. There you go.
I've performed at Adelphi and Hofstra and Carnegie Hall.
Oh, you performed at Carnegie Hall. So you guys have like major venues under your belt. What did you do at Carnegie Hall?
I was with the Metropolitan Youth Orchestra.
And
We sang there, and it was definitely a memorable experience.
so what? I hear that the acoustics there are unbelievable. Is that true?
It is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of steps, though.
So you guys, think about this. You guys have been in Carnegie Hall and Madison Square Garden at your young, tender ages. That's really something to be proud of. I mean, really, I mean, I can't say that. I'm still trying to get into Carnegie Hall, and I knock. I knock on the door, they won't even let me in. So what other performances have you done, and what kinds of performances have you done? Like what kinds of singing, orchestral, choir, or anthems?
I mean, Maya was an orchestra. Singing-wise, I've performed in those few places. I also act, so I have acted in a few films.
Oh, tell me about that. I know you acted in the video because that's part of the video. That's part of every video, the Simply Amazing video.
Yeah, I do acting. One film that I was in, it's called Epic Feud. It's going to be at Sundance next year, 2015.
Oh, that's exciting. And what is the role that you play?
I was an extra.
That's cool. I was actually in a movie called Shanty Queen, and I was an extra in I think it was like 50 Violins or something like that. And I think I was an extra at Carnegie Hall, and I got paid like, I don't know, $18 or something. And of course, it's not on the independent film database because I was a one of 1,000 or one in a million or one of a million. Can you see yourself trying to pursue both a music and acting career in the future?
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Sam, are you also see yourself doing a little bit of acting?
I don't really see myself, in movies, but maybe on Broadway.
Doing like your musical stuff?
Yeah, maybe like I really like Broadway shows, Beauty and the Beast, Jekyll and Hyde, Les Mis, and also I could see myself maybe in my 40s and 50s, maybe doing some opera.
Hey, my cousin Ivan Hametz is on a different radio station on the FM dial, and he has a show called Through the Opera Glass. So if you're a big opera guy, I'll give you Ivan's phone number, and I'll hook you guys up. He's my cousin, and he's on every Sunday. And from what I remember from our interview, because actually, it's easy to get somebody who's a family member to be interviewed. He has 10,000 opera recordings in a private collection. Some of the stuff going back to the 1920s, some really rare stuff. So he's a huge opera guy, and he loves all that, all that opera stuff. So in the little time that we have left, do you have some music projects that are coming up? I think there's something called Thank You or something like that. Or
I Thank You Now?
I Thank You Now. Tell me about that.
Well, actually, also Pilly got that song, and I like the song. It's a great tribute song, and it was actually written for Celine Dion. But I guess she didn't want to sing the song, so Pilly just, I don't know how she got the song, but she just did.
You snapped it back.
She snapped it back, yeah. And, she produced it, and I guess, it's something to look forward to in the future.
Okay. Is that, will we see that on YouTube at some point in the future, that song?
Yeah, and it's also going to be on my next album.
Oh, so do you have an album in the making?
Yeah, that's in the making.
All right, so let's hear about that. You're holding back all the good stuff. All right, I guess you always save the best for last. So tell me about the album.
So the album is going to have some, Michael Bublé songs on it, maybe a Frank Sinatra standard, and Simply Amazing, I think, is going to be on there. And I Thank You Now. Okay,
and does the album have a working title as of yet?
That's still in the making.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Now, this will show you how old I am. I was lucky enough to see Frank Sinatra at the Westbury Music Fair.
Wow.
So it was. I don't know if you guys were there, but I was definitely there, and it was actually kind of cool to see, someone so legendary. So I have to ask, do you guys have satellite radio? Do you ever listen to
XM radio?
Yeah, like the Sinatra channel or anything like that?
Yeah, I love the Sinatra channel. How about you, Samantha?
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, it's called Frank's Place or something like that.
Yeah, something.
Oh.
Or Simply Sinatra. Something.
Yeah, Simply Sinatra. Yeah.
So on satellite radio, what are the channels that you listen to?
Well, actually, I used to listen to it a lot more, but I like to listen to the jazz, like the Watercolors. Real jazz, it's just a bunch of sax improv, just, listening, for an hour in the car or something like that. And also, I used to like hip-hop music, but I'm not really into that anymore.
All right.
My interests change, and I listen to, the other jazz stations and, some of the classical and Broadway stations.
And do you listen to any particular, satellite channels?
Yes, the Owl Walzer Top 20 Countdown.
Oh, so you like current music?
Yes.
Pete, do we play that stuff? I was told yes. Oh, that's good. See, I'm on the talk block, so we're just a bunch of hot air, But people with talent get played at other times during the day. Wow, we're just blazing through here. We only have a couple of minutes left, so let me just make sure I got. Let me just get a little bit of a summary. Our guests today have been Sam Tesch and Samantha Daniels. They're from Herrick's High School. They're both very talented musicians with great futures ahead of them. They've produced together Simply Amazing, which is an incredible song, which we played at the top of the show. And it's on YouTube. If you go to samtesch.com, you'll see his video. You can actually see his future performances there. Samantha is a social media animal, being on like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all this other stuff. They do various public performances and community service events, so you can actually catch them live out in the public sphere. What do we have coming up from either one of you in the near future? I see you got an album in production, Sam.
Yep, an album
Right,
production.
and then you're writing music.
I'm still writing music. Hopefully, I will act in more films.
Wow, that's kind of cool. And then you got,
I hope.
and then you have college ahead of you, and then all these other things. What other community service stuff is coming up that we may be? I know you talked about something in November. Is there anything else coming up?
Well, actually, in December, I'm not really sure, if the event's on or not. But I know Steve Vaccaro, somebody else that the person I think I already mentioned him on the show. I think he got me a gig for a holiday party actually, out in Westbury. So hopefully that's something to look forward to. And also, some performances. I think at Mulcahy's, or some like a few places on Long Island, like maybe a few I think Glen Cove. I think I'm not really sure.
I think I saw on your website that you were at, or a video, you were at the Brokerage Comedy Club.
Yeah, the Brokerage Comedy Club.
What was that like?
Yeah, that was really fun. And
were you there for a combination of music and comedy, or?
I wasn't really there for the comedy, but I mean, I actually just I was there to sing a few songs, but they ran out of time, so I had to sing the national anthem, and because the American traditions, so that was a good experience, and I'm not really hopefully maybe one day I could try and do some comedy, but I mean
I can help you with that.
yeah.
Just don't break into the radio field, because my job security is pretty thin. All right. So here we go. This is time to wrap it up. Quick shout outs to anybody you want to say hello to on the radio, friends and family,
Yeah.
music people. Anybody want to say hello to real fast? You got like 10 seconds. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Al Walter.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to my dad, and my mom, and my parents, and my friends from school for supporting Samantha and I in our journey to the music world, and Miss O'Hanlon, my chorus teacher, and Liz and Freddie, who are here in the studio with us.
Say we have a live studio audience today.
Yeah,
A rarity.
Yeah, and also everybody for helping with the video.
All right, so thank you both for being here. Thank you for our great studio audience. Thank you to Pete for being an incredible engineer as always. This is Richard Solomon. I thank you for being part of my radio family. Thank you for listening. Keep it locked here. We'll see you next week, tcbradio.com. We'll see you on YouTube, and thanks for listening.